Hi, I'm Melanie Florence and this is my Miss Melly Flows VibeLife YouTube channel for my tarot readings. I've been reading tarot for 25 years. I do personal readings if you're interested. I read the Greenwood. I've been reading the Greenwood for about 25 years. So I learnt on that deck. It's about the energies that surround us. So this is the air element reading because I do them by element just in case you have a lot in your chart. So I'm a Capricorn and I have a lot of fire and air in the back of my chart. So this is a reading that might interest me. It could be about your mind, it could be about your thoughts and your intellect. That's what they control, our breathing. So that's what our air is about. So this is the weekly hot tea for the air element, and I'm going to draw from a few different decks. This week I've got a Australian Wildflower deck, which is by Sherilyn Darcy, and I have a Dreamtime reading card deck, which is by Laura Bowden, that I'm going to pull a couple of cards out, and an Earth Magic deck that I really love, so which is Stephen D. Farmer, if you believe the cover. But Stephen D. Farmer has given us a really cool elemental deck, so I'm going to start with that. So air element, without further ado, let's turn some cards. So what's happened with you this week? We're going to get to that. Alright, what's going on? What's our air element? What are we talking about? What's the move and shaking element from the Earth Magic deck? We have DNA, karma. What's in your DNA? Alright, which is real fun because I've picked the Dreamtime deck. Alright, so this is really about what's in your DNA, what's in my DNA. I'm connected to the Aboriginal, I am from the originals. So what is connected? So I've got dancing feet from a few different places in my DNA. I'm part of a lot of things. So we look back and what's the karma and what's our ancestral DNA? So what are we afraid of that comes from our karma? What are we putting forward? What are we dreaming? What are we dreaming ourselves? What is our karma? You're going to get what you put out. That's what we put in. So what is our karma? What are we promoting? Alright, that's big. Earth Magic. One more. Earth Magic. Alright, so air element. What's the weekly hot tea? Hot tea from the soul. Hot tea from the higher consciousness for the air element people. Woof. Our instinct. Use your instinct. So this is trusting your gut. This is like really looking at what you got, trusting your instinct. This is good. Trusting your instinct from your karma, your ancestors. Alright, they're all there. It's all there to help you. Okay, where are your ancestors from? Mine are also from the Greenwood, or also from the Celtic background. They're part Italian. They're part a lot of things. There's a lot of things in our DNA. And so use your instinct, the wolf. We can be a lone animal. We can be a wolf or a pack animal. What's your instinct? Use your instinct this week. Air element. I like this. Alright, so the next cards I'm going to take off from those decks. I'm going to go from the Australian Wildflower deck first. Reading cards. So, Australian Wild, Sherilyn Darcy. Oh, right. We've got the Grevillea, which is creativity. And look, this is also passionate. In the fire, I got the Waratah, which is really passionate. And here we've got the Grevillea. I'm going to do the reading from it, which is creativity. I'll just put that down there for a second. Let's find it in the book. What's it saying? I only just got these decks, so the best way to learn, and these are in alphabetical order. This book's from Rockpool, Grevillea Golden. Grevillea will come before. Golden. That's right. Bear with me. Here we are, Grevillea. Creativity for our air element. Your instinct, our karma, and be creativity. Be creative. This grows mostly in Queensland, in coastal areas up to 7 meters. It's one of our tallest. It flowers most of the year, but mainly in the spring with bright red or creamy curly tubes. They are 15 centimeters and they relieve a long curved style. The entire arrangement of flowers is about 15 centimeters long. Indigenous Australians create a sweet drink from the flowers. They are. There's a tip out there, the Grevilleas, people who've got Grevilleas, you can make a sweet tea from it, sweet drink. This flower highlights creativity in all its many forms. Look how you can be more creative in solving your problems right now. It aligns with the creative arts and crafts, and can be an affirmation for you to seek healing and progression through closer ties with this side of life. Joining groups and collective thinking is a great benefit, and collective thinking can be of great benefit to you right now. So join the club, join the find an art group. It's time to actually go out and meet the peeps. This is what it's saying. Okay, collective thinking right now. If you have been stuck, I feel like I can't, and you can't feel like you can't move in an area in your life. This card indicates an energy of changes around now, but with this flower, you must take action yourself. The challenges of the Grevillea are becoming stuck or too dependent. As a healer, the Grevillea boosts creative thinking and promotes courage. All right, we've got instinct, we've got our DNA and courage. All right, from our wildflower, our little Australian wildflowers. Yes. Oh, where'd I put that? Don't do that. All right, put it here on my little thing. On my thing. Card holder. Excellent. Excellent. Got sent it. Perfect. This has been a really abundant year, and this deck was given to me. A friend of mine was searching for it, and she found two. And this is an Australian Dreamtime reading deck, and so I have got it from Laura Bowen. It's a great gift, and I have gratitude for. This is fantastic. Let's go. Let's see what we've got from the Australian Dreamtime deck. Okay, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got going on. Alright, what have we got for the air peeps? For this week, what's a hot tea? What's a hot tea for the soul? What's a hot tea for the soul? Waterfall. Release. Alright, I'm also going to read this from the book because this is how it rolls. So we've got release. Waterfall. I love waterfalls. I've been going, putting my feet in them, find them everywhere, chase them. I have something on my Jack's Treehouse. Where are we? Waterfall. I make a bet this is in alphabetical order as well. Yes, thank you, Rockpool. So I have, Jack's Treehouse. Check it out. I've got a waterfall article. Waterfall article because I love them. Go chasing them. Don't listen to TLC. Jump. Go. Alright, so I'll post a link in the description for my waterfall article. Go have a look. Okay. Air peeps. A strong waterfall, a waterfall is strong and powerful, and much water falls down its rocky face. There are two waterfalls known as the twin waterfalls near where I live. They fall from the Dorrigo Plateau into the valley below. Communication involves being shared and being discussed. When it is said with angers, words tumble and fall forward, flowing with such force that they can hurt and destroy those around them. Rather than let your emotions explode, allow your emotions and feelings to roll, and flow out regularly. It is almost continuously. Sharing your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas is really important at this time. Whether through spoken word or even written word, you need to communicate. The overflowing, the waterfall card indicates that you are emotionally feeling at this time. Do not let your emotions build up. Say how you feel and be honest with those around you. There is a possibility for arguments and emotional outbursts when you pull this card, but just speak honestly, openly, and allow others to do the same. Emotions with controlled release, flow with strength. Wait a minute. The emotions with controlled release flow with strength and purpose. Communication is the gift the waterfall holds. Alright, so it's time to be creative, and it's time to discuss things. This is a time of discussion. So there's a lot going on, and it's saying to be creative about the way you're going about things, and really drink the sweet tea, but really communicate and discuss the flow. Be open about your flow. Be open about what's going on. Just open the waterfall. You're allowed to have emotions. We've all got them every day, and it's saying communicate them. Communicate them to the universe. Tell the universe what you want. Tell the universe what you've got going on. Like, discuss it. Discuss what you've got going on. Be open for the flow of honest communication in your life. All right, air people. Seek with abundance. All right, seek with abundance, with an open heart. Okay, so this is the actual read. Let's do it. So I got a 5-tier read. This is like going to go, how do we get here? Healing element. What's the healing element? So how do we apply that to the world? Our relationships and our self-love card. How are we going to self-love? All right, so sometimes that's interesting, how we're going to self-love. All right, so what have we got going on for the air peeps this week? Air people. Alright, air element. What have we got? Oot. I'm going to take the 2. So we have transition of the mind. This is already, we're flowing across the river. We've got transition. We're going from one place to another. Our mind is traveling across somewhere. All right, our mind is traveling across somewhere. So the 6 of air, we're on our way, moving our mind from one place to another. And we're being creative. We're being creative of how we do this. This is like being creative with your stuff, with your practical stuff. Might be hobbies. This might be, you know, taking out, how do you create your energy? Like we go from the 2, the challenge of getting money got flowing. This is like, how do we create that energy? So creativity, being creative. Got creativity all over the place. Use your instincts. It's in your DNA. It's time to release. All right, because you've had a transition. How do we create in the world? We've been creative in the world. All right, so, all right. And there's the transition card, the ultimate. So this is an emotional transition. There it is. There's the transition. So you see we're in the boat and then we're in the boat. Wow. So we're in the boat and then we're in the boat. There it is, the transition. So this is the emotional part of this transition. So it's under the moon, like a full moon light, and this is really going to the depths of looking back at where you were and looking back in that transition, removing yourself from it, removing about everything, removing your ego, and letting you see yourself and how that is, and having a reflection on yourself, on what's going on in there. All right, big. Had to look at ourselves in our reflection, and what's our creative spot. We're being creative. All right, and this is about respecting. This is respecting you, respecting everybody around you. This is boundaries. This is like, who do you draw your boundaries around? Who's in the boundary? Who's out the boundary? Like, this is respecting your intuition. This is respecting your faith and what you believe. What you believe of you. That's self-love. That's a self-love card, believe it or not. Respect is a man with a big stick. You either respect my boundary or I'm going to hit you with my stick. And where I draw that line with that stick is where my boundary is. That's where my circle is. Like, so you're either in the circle and I don't hit you with the stick, or you respect you're in my circle. Respect. It's self-love, believe it or not. Big self-love card back. Respect yourself. Alright, let's put this back together. One more. How did we get here? How did we get here? And then I'll turn it down so you can see the cards. Alright, see how it staggers up, because they line up in different ways once we get them going. Alright, for the air element, our healing is the Queen of Stones. Alright, so this is like loving on a practical level, loving the world on a practical level, like showing your love. This is sexy. This is taking, sorry, there's a storm coming. I'm in Sydney. Apparently, we're going to get rain. Alright, so there's this is really like taking and respecting yourself again, and really taking care of yourself on a self-love level, on the real physical plane, and really taking stock of being a mother and protecting your young, and really looking after that element. The ancestor is guiding you. Your DNA is guiding you. The ancestors are guiding you. This is a path that you're going to take. You're going to go through this forest. There's a guiding light through this forest that we're going to take. We follow with the ancestor. So the ancestor takes its path. Okay, so the next card. Ooh, I missed one. We're just going to put it there. Alright, one more for what got us here. Because this is what we're going to heal with. One more for how we got here. Interesting. One more for how we got here. Alright, air element. There's a mystery card. Still to feel. Air element, what have you got? There it is. The sun, see? Alright, this is a self-respect card. We're going to bathe ourselves in the sun after we've reflected. See? Going to bathe ourselves in the sun. Okay, that's how we got here. This is strong. Alright, I'm going to turn it down so you can see the cards. Alright, no reading's the same. Alright, so we've got here your transition, and we're moving across, and we've been creative about how we make our money and how we do that. And then we have our reflection card, and we're looking back at ourselves, and this is how we respect ourselves, that we're bathing ourselves in the universal whole, alright, in the sun. So, and then we become the bear. Alright, so that's how you're going to heal yourself. You're going to become earthy. You're going to become practical. Use your practicality, you know, in getting how we're achieving our creativity. Use it, be practical in how you express your love and express your feelings. Alright, so Because we're going to follow this ancestor. We're going to follow the ancestor through the path, through the denizens. Okay, he's going to guide us. Alright, 2 more cards. Right, cool. For the healing element. Now we've got enough cards on the table. 2 more cards for the healing element for the earth peeps, the air peeps this week. Harvest. Alright, so this is a reap what you sow. This is a joy card. This is a triumph card. This is like a spiritual triumph. You put in the energy, you put in to what you want, and you put the seeds in for you to grow. Like, and you reap what you sow. It's like you put in, it's time sometimes to move on. We talk about the cycles of life, and this is triumphantly. You've respected yourself. You know who you are. You know what your energies are. And it's like, you know, what seeds we grow, what trees we grow. And it's time to harvest. It's time to move. This is still a movement in the cycle, in your passion cycle. All right, we'll move you around. Okay. Okay. All right. So, one more healing element card. One more healing. Okay. Okay. So this is judgment. And we've got the sun sitting and respect sitting just in, we're putting this over those 2 cards just here. This is what we're putting this over this. So this judgment, this is about, you know, you taking a good stock at your life and judging yourself, what you've reaped, you sow, like, and what you put in, what effort. And it's like not being too scared. Don't be scared of the bear. Don't be scared about what other people have got to say. You've got a path that you've got to keep your eye on. Like, that's what you need to keep your eye on in judgment. You know, there's these strong elements surrounding you. There's these strong energies. And judgment is, you know, looking at what you've got and what the real focus is of what your path is inside of all of this, inside of all of what's going on. All right, sitting here, a lot of passion, because there's a lot of passion. The five's had a lot of passion, believe it or not. Surprise. Okay. Oh, there it is. So, how we apply. The moon. So this is wishing on the moon. This is like black and white. This is like black dog, white dog. Who are we feeding? Which one are we feeding? You know, this is about moving our creativity. This is still creativity inside of here. This is watery, sort of earthy, like watery, boggy, like that egg is being like nourished inside of there. This is ideas being nourished and looking after our moon. So we've got our balance inside of here. This is how we're going to apply it to the world. All right, the next one. How are we going to apply? 1, 2 more. All right, spark of life. It's time to take that passion and take a spark of life. This is a passionate, like, woof, this is like the bang energy. If there's a bang energy in the deck, this is it. This is take it. This is take it, take your passion and then apply it to the world. Like, push it forward, push your creativity forward, because we've got a lot of creativity here as well. And being creative with how do you apply things to the world. Expressing your emotions is big inside this. Use your waterfall for your good. It can heal you. Use your waterfall for your good, see? Alright, so we've got passionate beginning, use your moon. We've got, this is a passionate card. This is dancing in the rivers of life. You know, this is your reaching out and touching our 5 with our senses, and she's dancing. So we've got passionate beginnings, new beginnings, and dancing in the rivers of life. Ecstasy is what that is. This card is ecstasy with our 5 of Cups. All right, 2 more, 2 on. All right, so the next 2 cards. Not 2 more to go. Oh, come on. All right, love it. So the next 2 cards are our partnerships. How we're going to actually partnerships. How we're going with partnerships this week. Ooh, the wheel is turning. Alright, so this is there's big energies going on. So as we're dancing in the river of life, there's a lot going on. There's passionate new beginnings, and we've got a lot of dreaming going on and wanderlust, and we've got, you know, we're bathed in here like by the light of the universe and the sun healing us, and this is the world is turning. So we make our cloth. We let go and we hold on. That choice is ours. So we bind forward, we move forward. You know, and it's how you hold on, it's how you let go. And it's like the world has changed, and so have we. And there's a lot of movement going on. So it's how you weave your cloak. This one's up to you. All right, partnerships. How we weave our cloak, but the world is moving. So there's change, there's big change coming in your partnerships and partners. And how you're working with things. You've got to express your emotions. Talk them through, talk them out. You're allowed to have them. You don't have to intellectualize them.
Air people, you don't have to intellectualize your emotions. You're allowed to talk about other side of our partnerships. Is reunion. This is reunion with our childhood. This is reunion with our heart. This is reunion with the things, our families, the people who matter. This is a reunion between two souls. Our cups run us over. This is, you can see the waterfall. There's the waterfall. This is expressing your emotions inside of your partnerships. We've got our waterfall, and it's a reunion. So this is a reunion with, you know, this can be reunion with, like, really connecting with your inner child, like really connecting with that sort of thing. We've got a world turning event. We've got to follow the ancestor. You've got to follow your DNA, follow your instinct inside of this. Really release your emotions. Be creative about it, like inside of this. All right, respect. You've gone to respect and go a long way. It's time for you to earthly bound apply this. You reap and you harvest and you sow. All right, what's the judgment? All right, so the next card is self-love. So we come to a reunion point. So you could be reunion with a past lover. The world could be turning in a different way. This is connecting. This could be connecting with a reunion. All right, so it's real fun because that's actually our heart, a reunion of our heart and who we are as a person in our heart as a child before we get complicated. Okay, all right, so the self-love card, let's go. Sometimes this is really interesting how this works. All right, self-love card for the air peeps this week. What have we got? Self-love from the Greenwood. From the Greenwood, self-love, celebration. All right, celebrate good times, come on. All right, we're dancing on the hill. These people that are here, that are reunion, the family, these are celebrating on the hill. This is celebrating a triumph. This is celebrating a movement. This is celebrating, this is a wedding, this could be proposal, this is those sort of things, but this is a celebration card, like of the peeps and the family and everything that's going on, of your faith and your passion. We've built strength inside of that and what you've got inside of your walls. This is a really strong reading. All right, fire, the air peeps. Air people. So, I hope that this is resonating with some of you out here because this is really saying you've had a transition, you've reflected on life and you've learned how to respect the fire and the passion inside of you, and we're going somewhere, and it's really talking with this waterfall and these reunions and reunion with yourself. It's time to express yourself and your emotions, right? Because you're having like this kapow, new faith, new beginning. There's a passion and there's something to celebrate in life. So it's time to push forward with that passion, use that drive and take that ecstasy, dance, take that ecstasy, very with moderation. No, with moderation. Dance with those emotions. Get out there and have a good time. All these connotations in life. All right, so we're going to celebrate. This is good. Use your instincts. Release. This is a really good time for you to release. All right, this week. So, I do have a bit of a competition going on. I have a bit of a segment. I've made other segments that I'm going to put out with my page. Like, if you like, hit like and subscribe so you can get updates. I've got a box. What's in the box? All my decks are in the box. So, I have a competition. If you can guess how many books are in there, I have a deck that I'm going to give away. It's called the Whimsical Bitch Oracle. It comes from a whimsical bitch. Amethyst Black, WBO Whimsical Bitch Oracle. It's this deck. Right, so if you can guess how many I've got in the box, how many decks I've got in the box, from my collecting and my gifts and the abundance this year that has come into it, I'm going to give you this deck. Why might you like it? Dynasty Bloodline. So these are really cute little flick cards and everybody can draw them. It's got a bit of attitude, this deck, so you never know what's going to come out of it. Let's see. So let's see. Whimsical Bitch Oracle. If you would like one, guess how many in the box. I'm going to put up some videos that I'm going to show you through the decks and how they feel, the ones that I've been collecting and I've been given. Like, alright. Reach eternal. Reach eternal. Step it out there. Reach as far as you can. Alright, what else has she got? What's out here? Chip, nail, or chip away. Chip, nail, or chip away. Alright, you're going to chip away at it. You're going to chip your nails. What are you going to do? You're going to chip away. Alright, so guess what's in the box? How many are in the box on this video or one of my other videos? And if you like it, that's fantastic. I hope this resonates with you. And that's what's happening for the week. Catch you later. Bye.